Hi, I'm Sandra Liscano and my coworker is Junior Hurtado. We are foreign language students from the University of Pamplona and we are developing the project Enhancing EFL Students Pronunciation by implementing tongue twisters. So in order to present our pedagogical project, we are going to start with the introduction, justification, objectives, limitations, theoretical background, literature review, methodology, and at the end you can find the references and evidences. Okay, to start with the introduction, I want to highlight that we are going to be focused on the oral competence because in foreign language learners, this is a very important skill. And that is why students implement many strategies to improve their oral communication. That is defined in this slide as a set of competences that enable a person to act using specifically linguistic means. So we know that for Spanish speakers, English pronunciation can be hard, and that is why it is important to implement some strategies that help to practice oral communication. In this sense, we consider tongue twisters as the most suitable strategy because as foreign language students, we have to use the language correctly, but we have noticed that some advanced learners have pronunciation issues that need to be corrected. And with the implementation of this project, we aim at ameliorating foreign language students' pronunciation. So to better explain this project, my partner Junior is going to continue with the justification.
Okay, Sandra, thank you so much. Yes, here in the justification, as my partner said, there are some advanced students that had difficulties when communicating orally. So also we found these difficulties such as speaking and slow space and no pronunciation, not pronouncing words thoroughly, also with proper intonation. So, but it's important to mention that students have to learn and use the language thoroughly in order to avoid misunderstandings and make the words more comprehensible. So, this project seeks to enhance the students' pronunciation by implementing strategies for students to be aware of their English speaking and foster as well their pronunciation. In all this, through the virtual learning environment, in this case, we select Teams because we consider that Teams is a usable tool that facilitates the communication. So now, in order to continue with our project, we are going to know about the objectives of our study.
Okay, in the general objective, we have to enhance English pronunciation in foreign language students through tongue twisters, through the implementation of a virtual learning space. As my partner said, it will be a Microsoft Teams. In the specific objectives, we have to identify difficulties in terms of pronunciation of similar words, to implement the use of phonetics and phonology pronunciation techniques, to teach the importance of using stress, rhythm, and intonation in oral communication, and to use tongue twisters to foster students' communication. So, as you can see, the second and third objectives are very important, I think, because before starting to practice, it is important to know the theory about how and why we have to use phonetics, phonologies, stress, because these topics are the most important elements, I think, in the oral speech. So, Junior, you can continue with the ethical considerations and limitations.
Okay, here in the slide, as you can see, there are three aspects related to the ethical consideration and limitation that we found that will be difficulties in the realization of our project. So the first is related to the respect and information about the purpose of our project. Then is related with time and expense, and the third one is related to the objectives. So now the ethical consideration and limitations considered to the development of this project are related with time and space, as I said before, and also the integrity of the participants. Where the time is quite important because we know that participants have different schedule and it could be a limitation as well. So for that reason, it is important to find a schedule that it is convenient to all the participants. Also, it is important to promote an space of respect where the participants feel comfortable and motivated as well. Also, they will be informed about the purpose and the use of information related with this project that it is going to be enhancing the pronunciation of students. So now we continue with the theoretical background or theoretical framework.
Okay, in this section, we established two concepts. The first one is tongue twisters, which are defined as a word or phrase difficult to articulate because of a succession of similar consonant sounds. And we followed some studies like those implemented by Prosic, Santovac, 2009, where it was concluded that using tongue twister can have many positive effects because when they are used in the classroom, students can improve their pronunciation, and also students said that this exercise forced them to unconsciously pay greater attention to pronunciation of separate phonemes. So we want to implement these strategies as a fun activity where participants can express themselves and learn to and also to accomplish our objectives, we are going to carry out the classes through a virtual learning environment because this is a useful tool to teach where teachers and students can share resources and activities and also interact because as Mosquera 2017 said, the activities through virtual learning environments promote the development of autonomous learning as well as effective teachers-student communication. And in order to better explain these studies, my coworker Junior is going to explain the literature review.
Okay, so here in the literature review, these sections, we are going to really explain the study that helped us to guide and support our project related to teaching English pronunciation through tongue twister. So the first study was carried out by Roma 2016, in which the author implemented twister on 10th grade students claro with the pronunciations, with poor pronunciation in this case. So the research suggests that teacher had to be creative at the moment of transferring the knowledge to the students. And also said that it is important teacher uses strategies because the students in this case they are going to be able to memorize and practice many times to accomplish the task. So in this case the author noticed that this practice make students feel interested and more engaged with the activities implemented. And also the author says that help them to improve their pronunciation as well. So on the other hand, Fernandez, 2014, studied the main difference between Spanish and English pronunciation. And for her, it was necessary to study the main characteristics of some phonological aspects, such as vowel, consonants, prosody, express, ring, and intonation as well. So, moreover, she introduced the ideas to develop the methodology that will make the teaching more effective, which including techniques such as reels for the audio lingual method or visual aids from total physical response. Okay, in this case, also the author said that e-learning useful tool because thanks to this, the students is going to be more autonomous and also is going to be more useful in order to improve their pronunciation. So finally, we found Fiyati et al. 2020 that was developed last year and that investigate the ways of practice speaking skills during pandemic of COVID-19. So the study was developed in Indonesia and throughout if there were found that many started and implementing including tongue twister considered a good strategy to enhance the learned pronunciation since the other found that repetition is a good alternative to improve the pronunciation. So now we can continue with the methodology that we are going to use in order to continue with our project.
Okay. To start with the methodology, the population. First, our participants will be foreign language students from the University of Pamplona who can be interested in fostering their English pronunciation. Specifically, those students from 7th to 9th semester who must have a B2 or a C1 level of English. On the other hand, the development of this project will be based on the communicative approach that is based on the idea that learning language successfully comes through having to communicate real meaning. So this method has been chosen to engage participants in their own process. Also, this project will be developed under the virtual modality. This means that platforms and technological tools such as Microsoft Teams and Instagram will be used to conduct this learning process. Finally, the project will be or will because this is their own learning process, considering real problems that they experiment. So language skills are the focus when implementing the project because they aim at improving the knowledge and the performance of these skills in students. In this sense, we follow some statements from Perez and Saiz 2012, who pointed out that project-based learning allows students to promote competence development and their own professional training. And to carry out this method, students' participation will be privileged the way that they will show what they learn will be through videos that will be uploaded on Instagram if they agree, of course. And also collaborative work will be a strategy to be implemented. To finish, we have some evidences about how we are going to promote our project. We have the logo and the poster with the phrase, taste your language. Let's practice with tongue twisters. And also we have the Instagram account that will help us, as we said before, to publish all the works that the students will develop. So thank you very much. This is our presentation.